Hi guys, Dazzie's back and welcome to my channel. This is Dazzie's top 20 selling comic books of the week, episode 69, and today I'm going to be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week of the 19th of April 2020. Since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. Let's find out if you can beat me, guys. Most people normally do. Now, previous couple of weeks, we've had the top 10. We're back to the full quota of 20. Let's get into them. It's an exciting lineup this time round. Starting with a book that came out in 1977. It's from Marvel. It is very iconic. With no new books on the shelves at the moment, of course, people are turning to the back issues, and Star Wars is very, very hot at the moment. The Mandalorian has really rekindled the love for a lot of people after the terribly disappointing Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker was on the mend. It was an improvement. It was getting there. But like I say, Mandalorian, for me, has restoked my passion for Star Wars. And as I said before, I will be showing off my vintage Star Wars collection of action figures very, very soon. But this is a book, number 20 on our list, that I very nearly purchased, a CGC 5.5. It was going to be around about £85, but it fell through, disappointingly. So I'm still on the lookout. But number 20 on our list from 1977 is the big fella, guys, where it all started. Star Wars issue number 1. Yeah, the first appearance of Luke, of Leia, of Vader, of R2, of 3PO. The list goes on, of stormtroopers, etc., etc. Well, that book had a 7-day trend of plus 249%, and it sold 10 copies because of that. And had a high sale CGC 9.8 go for a staggering $1,080, guys. I think from now on, going forwards, I'm going to be slowly trying to pick up cheap issues of that very first run of Star Wars. I'm enjoying my Star Wars books at the moment. Now, number 19 on our list is a book many people are turning to with the news, of course, of a Moon Knight TV series. Now, as I've said before, Werewolf by Night issue 32 is out of the reach of a lot of people now. That book is crazily expensive. So they are turning to this one instead from 1980. And this is the first Moon Knight solo series. A book that's always had quite a lot of love. I've passed on this in the £5 to £10 range in the past because they've been pretty ratty. Well, that book sold 10 copies, and reason being, people are, like I said, are going for that as an alternative to Werewolf by Night issue 32. And I've said it before, I think Werewolf by Night issue 33 is a very undervalued book at the moment. I picked one of those up some time ago for about £8, mid-grade. The second appearance of Moon Knight, certainly I would take that over Moon Knight issue 1. But there is a villain in Moon Knight issue 1 called the Bushman, I believe, and he is lined up, I think, as one of the villains of the TV Disney Plus show. Of course, we're waiting on the casting of that. At one point they were talking Daniel Radcliffe, not for me. Shia LaBeouf being talked about as well. Well, he's got a few personalities, hasn't he? So maybe, who knows? But that Moon Knight issue 1, like I said, sold 10 copies and had a 7-day trend of plus 112%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for an impressive $207. And then we go on to number 18, and I've just spoke about it, guys. A book from 1975, and it's not often I get to dust off the big fella. And here it is, Werewolf by Night issue number 32. The first appearance of Moon Knight, aka Mark Spector. And I'm hoping to get this one graded at some point. For me, it's pretty decent. It's pretty high grade. And I'm a harsh grader. I put this at about a 6.5. Who knows? I could be that far out. It could be a 5. But It could be a 7. I don't know. I think it's in that ballpark. And people are itching to see Mark Spector in live action. This book sold 11 copies, had a 7-day trend of plus 125%, and a high sale of CGC 9.2 went for a whopping $1,952. Now, I paid £140 for this copy, and money well spent, I think. That was early on in 2018. There were 2 copies my good friend Lee Kendrick had. I passed on the ratchier one and went for the more expensive. And I think he sold off that ratchier copy for about 200. So I did very well for this grade. It's also the first appearance of Frenchie. And Mark Spector's first name is misspelled in this issue as Mark with a K instead of a C. There we go. Mine's a pence copy, but when it comes to these high valued books in nice grade, the price isn't affected that much. Now moving on to number 17 on our list, and we're talking the naughty 90s. Yeah, frowned upon by many, but it has had some good key issues in that lot. And the first appearance of Gambit is increasing as rumours continue to circulate of the Raging Cajun getting his own Disney Plus series, or maybe a movie. You know, Channing Tatum was getting talked up to play Gambit at some point. I've said it before. I enjoyed. Is it Tyler Kitsch or Taylor Kitsch who played Gambit in the Wolverine Origins movie? I like that movie. I know it's frowned upon by some, but it was a good movie for me. I would have been happy for him to continue, but thankfully it doesn't look we're going to get Channing Tatum, because he's more wooden than Pinocchio, I think, as an actor. But the book from 1990 is X-Men Annual 14. And this is the first full appearance of Gambit, Remy Etienne Lebeau. And this annual predates the Uncanny XMen 266 by a month. Now, chronologically, the second story takes place before or during events in the first story. This contains a one-page pin-up of Wolverine, Colossus, Havoc and Longshot by Kevin Nolan. And it also contains an alternate cover to this comic by Michael Golden. There we go, full of information. But this book sold 11 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 109%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $110. So it's still very affordable. This is a nice copy. I paid about £8.50 for this one. I've also sold one for around about 20. So make of it what you will. Gambit seems to be coming sooner rather than later. Now, number 16 on our list, guys, and we are talking a big boy book. And it is getting a lot of heat because we are getting the Venom sequel very soon. And that is, by all accounts, I think, Let There Be Carnage. And collectors are preparing to see Woody Harrelson as Carnage. The book in question, Amazing Spider-Man issue 361, guys. Fantastic issue. Love the cover. Mine's pretty high grade. This is the first full appearance and origin, like I said, of Carnage, Cletus Cassidy. Of course, Woody Harrelson popped up in the post-credit scene of the first Venom movie, with like a Ronald McDonald hairdo, but I think that he's had a bit of a short back and sides now for the sequel. This is the second appearance overall of Carnage, as he had a one-page cameo in the previous issue of 360. This book sold 12 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 103%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a nice $384.99. Will this book ever get a Venom Amazing Spider-Man 300 heights? Probably not, but I don't think it's going to be far away. Now, I paid 50 quid for this, which was my record at Con at the time, and I was very nervous paying that sort of money. And that was in the middle of 2018, so you can see I'm a bit of a bargain budget hunter. But this book only has room to grow and grow and grow. Number 15 on our list, and this is an interesting one because I made a hot comic book alert about this character, and I showcased issue 3. And the book is the first appearance of Isis in this book. from the run of 52 from DC Comics. This one is issue 12. Issue 12. Now this is the issue where Isis dons the costume, I believe. And is it? I can't remember the name of her now. It's gone. It's escaped me. Is it something Tomei or something like that? The character first appears in issue 3, but then she becomes Isis in issue number 12. Now, it's not like me to forget something, but I have done. And Isis is rumoured to be appearing in the Black Adam movie, guys. The Black Adam movie, starring The Rock. And this book sold 12 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 216%, and a high sale raw copy went for $14.70. I paid £2.50 for mine in early 2016. So like I say, this is where Isis, the character becomes Isis, who's going to be in the Black Adam movie. It's not the original Isis that came in the Shazam issue number 25. I have that book. That book there, the 52 book, is from 2006. Number 14 on our list, and we are talking Marvel. And we are talking one of my favourite characters from 1987, Punisher issue number 1. And this, guys, is the newsstand copy. The newsstand. Okay? What can I tell you about that one? Well, as we all know, Amazing Spider-Man 129 is out of the reach of a lot of people. I would never sadly have that book, I don't believe, unless Carbute Tony can deliver the goods. But at least I'll not get it for £1 if it's from Carbute Tony. But people are instead turning to Punisher's first ongoing solo series, and that book sold 12 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 133%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a nice $129.99. So we move on to 13, and it is another big boy book, and it is another modern book. And this comes from 2011. The book in question always seems to be in my top 20. One of the best sellers on eBay. Ultimate Fallout, issue number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales. And like I said, this book never wavers in sales. First appearance of Miles Morales. Now this book also has Reed Richards becomes the maker, a turning point where an evil Richards explains his new philosophy of the world to the children of tomorrow. But like I said, it's all about Miles Morales. Of course, he is getting an Into the Spider-Verse sequel, which is very much looking forward to by a lot of people. I love the original. And apparently, at some point, Miles Morales will be making his way into the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. For that, I am thrilled about. So, what can I tell you about this? It sold 13 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 84%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a whopping $435. I paid £13.90 for this copy in March of 2018, just before my birthday, and passed on another one around about 15 to 20, and I passed on another one since for about 40, and I still think I should have picked up both of those. Number 12 on our list, and we're sticking with Marvel. We are talking Disney Plus again, a book from 1980. There we go. What can I say? Savage She-Hulk, issue number 1. I love this book. It was a very, very good read. She-Hulk's getting her own Disney Plus series, as we all know. This is the first appearance and origin of Jennifer Walters. I do like watching, at the moment, Hulk Agents of Smash. Really, I know it's aimed at kids, but Red Hulk in particular is fantastic in that. And I've just picked up another character from that to show up in a haul very soon. But what I've been gathering about the She-Hulk TV series is that they're looking to introduce a lot of the Hulks. So I'm thinking maybe A-Bomb, the Red Hulk, Scar. You know, there's a few out there. This book's also the first appearance of Nicholas Trask, and the origin of the Hulk is retold. It's, of course, a covered homage to the Incredible Hulk, issue number 1 from 1962. And this book sold 14 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 94%, And a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $370. I paid 20 quid for mine in November of 2017. And the first runner-up to the big top 10, guys, is a recent book again. We've had a few modern books of late, and there have been recent unconfirmed rumours of Null, appearing in either Venom 2 or a future film. The rumour could be a stretch, but it has lit a fire under this book. The book in question from 2018, Venom, issue number 3. Yeah, the first time Null is named. So effectively Null's first appearance. This is the regular Ryan Stegman cover. And this book sold 14 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 89%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $119.95. I paid cover price the day it came out, and that was the 4th, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 4th of July 2018. And we're into the big top 10, guys. And I'm not doing too badly at the moment. Let me know in the comments, of course, like I always ask. Leave your comments. Let me know how many you have out of the 20. While I'm at it, if you like the content, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Give a thumbs up as well. Help me out. Number 10 on our list is a book, like I said, in the past, I have tried to pre-order this, but I'm not fussed whether I get it or not, because I was only buying this for a quick flip. And I'm not sure how this book is still in the top 20, really, because there's nothing really in the guts. It's a Joker Wars prelude. The book in question is this one, Nightwing issue 70. Now, the reason people were snapping this up at silly pre-order prices was they thought that Punchline was going to be in the book. That was not the case. I do believe Punchline's going to have a battle with Harlequin coming up very soon, though. So, again, whether I get the book or not, I'm not too bothered, because it's still going respectable, but to start with, it was going 30 or 40 out of the gate. That book, Nightwing 70, sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 98%, and at a high sale raw went for $16. Now, number 9 on our list. Here's an interesting one, guys, because it is from 1992 and it comes from Acclaim and Valiant. The book in question is this one, guys. XO Man of War issue number 1. The first appearance and origin. Like I say, from 1992. There's your book. And this one's getting hot because of a tweet, I believe, from the legend that is John Cena. Yeah, of wrestling fame. Now, he's thrown his hat into the acting world. Am I convinced by his acting? Not particularly, but make of it what you will. He has put himself forward for a lot of films. I know he's going to be in the new Suicide Squad film. During a recent tweet, I believe it was, John Cena posted the picture of XO Man of War, which make people think that he's going to be joining the Valiant universe. Of course, we had Bloodshot recently. Now, of course, that Bloodshot film hasn't done very well at the box office, due basically to what's happening at the moment out there in the world. I've seen the film. I thought it was okay. Was it the best ever? No. I give it a 6.5. I'm not a fan of Vin Diesel's acting, but there's room for more from the Valiant universe. Now, of course, Harbinger was sold from Sony to Paramount, and it's hard to picture more Valiant content at this point, which made it bizarre that John Cena was tweeting about XO Man of War. But that book sold 17 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 136%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $203. Good money. It's a book I've not seen on my hunting excursions as yet. Now, the next book up, I've showed you X-Men Annual 14. The next book comes from 1990. It is the big fella. Uncanny XMen, issue 266. Like I said, a lot of talk of Gambit getting perhaps a Disney Plus series at the moment. No, though nothing's been confirmed as yet. This is the second full appearance of Gambit. Chronologically, first appearance in continuity. And my copy is signed down here by the penciler Mike Collins. In fact, I got him to sign 2 copies. And there's my photo. There it is with Mike. Happy days. So yeah, I was gifted this copy from me and my boy Uncanny Ethan, from my good friend Lee Kendrick, and I paid just £2.75 for this copy. That was a good day. But this character seems to be just a matter of time before he gets onto the telly again. And it sold 17 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 113%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $359. Good book. That's Uncanny XMen 266. Now, number 7 on our list is more Venom sequel talk. It goes from 1993. Of course, Carnage is the main villain, and along with Carnage comes Shriek in Spider-Man Unlimited issue number 1. Now, Shriek is going to be the secondary villain, and that is Francis Louise Barrison. Now, this is an issue that continues then into Web of Spider-Man issue 101. This book sold 18 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 102%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $76. I paid £2 from mine from my friend Aaron in the middle of 2017. Number 6 on our list. It was just a matter of time, guys. But it's slowly coming down the list. It's a book that's still pretty expensive. I am not going to pay the prices people are asking for on eBay. 1, I don't think the character is going to be that long around. And 2, I'd just rather put my money into older Bronze and Silver Age keys. But the book, number 6 on our list, is, of course, Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, issue number 3, the first full appearance, and it has been confirmed by CGC, of Punchline. Is she the new Harlequin? I've said it before. I don't think so. But it's still sold 19 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 111%, and a high sale CGC 9.8. Yeah, they're out there already. Went for $130. That's Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, issue 3, the first printing. And sticking with Punchline, next up, number 5 on our list is, of course, Batman issue 89, the first cameo appearance of Punchline and the designer, a villain that I have more hope for than Punchline. Now, that is the regular copy cover. I have the cardstock Matina variant. Had that one in my hand as well, but Forbidden Planet in Bristol would not let me have it, so I had to put it back, sadly. But that book, Batman 89, sold 19 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 91%, and at a high sale CGC 9.8 went for a very solid $160. Wow, crazy stuff for that Punchline. Number 4 on our list, guys, and it's more Into the Spider-Verse talk, and this comes from 1992. And this issue features the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 365, the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara, who of course appeared post-credits in Into the Spider-Verse, the first film. He is going to be playing a pretty large part in the sequel by all accounts. This book sold 20 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 107%, and a high sale CGC 9.8 went for $120. I paid £8.99 for my copy at the back end of 2018. This is the anniversary of Spider-Man's 30th year in this issue. And the cover art features a hologram that I can never get to work. Right, number 2 on our list. We're down to the last 2. And it is a book that is always in my top 20. This was one of the highest printed books of all time. Yeah, it sells. The book is Spawn issue number 1. Yes, from Image Comics. This is the second title actually published by Image Comics. It's the first appearance of Jason Wynn, Mail Boglia, Wanda Fitzgerald, Sam and Twitch, Percival. Got gorgeous Todd McFarlane art, of course. There is still pursuing talks of a Spawn movie. Says it is coming, but I don't think Jamie Foxx is attached anymore, but he has got a big actor lined up. Like I said, the book from 1992 sold 25 copies, had a 7-day trend at plus 105%, and a high sale, CGC 9.8, went for $125. I paid the price of £1.31 from the legend Car Boot Tony, who brought a massive stack of great keys to my house one day. It was like Christmas all over. He really is the Santa of comics, is Car Boot Tony. And that leaves number 1 on our list from 1992. I've spoke about Into the Spider-Verse. For me, this was always a dollar bin book, but it's going up slowly. It was number 4 a couple of weeks ago on my list. The book in question from 1992, Spiderman 2099, issue number 1. Yeah, this book is the first full appearance and origin of Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. It's also the first appearance of Alchemax, Aaron Delgado, Dana Delangelo, Gabriel O'Hara, Lila, and Tyler Stone. It has a red foil cover. This book, what did it do? But it sold 27 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 96%. And a high sale, CGC 9.8, went for $80. Like I said, it's not an expensive book. There's plenty of them out there. Get digging. Back in December, this went for $126 for 9.8, so it's coming down. They are affordable. I paid £2.75 for my copy in the middle of 2017. That's a wrap, guys. It went a bit longer, but what's better to watch than comic book videos? How many did I have this time? I reckon I've done well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it keeps coming. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 for Dazzie, 12 out of 20. Let me see if you can beat me, guys. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. That's Daz over now. Bye for now.